Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is brought to you by the Friends in Recovery community, a thriving network of individuals who are fighting back against the stigma of addiction. Join our hosts as they speak up about the real issues of addiction, treatment, and recovery. Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is available on Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, here are your Friends in Recovery.
Welcome, everybody, to the Friends in Recovery podcast with Jersey Ed. I'm your host, Jersey Ed. Along with my two lovely co-hosts. It doesn't say lovely here, but it says along with my two co-hosts, but I say lovely co-hosts. But if we had an intern in a bikini, she would fix that for me, or he, however you want to say it. Buckeye, Bambi, and here it is, boring Beth today, ladies and gentlemen. She is somebody new every week. Bambi, we have a new co-host on our show every single week.
Every week. I'm never the same.
Every week. Do you have your microphone on? Who's barking?
Not me.
Bambi. All right. You don't have your microphone on.
What?
You don't have your microphone on. See?
I have my microphone on.
I could tell.
How can you tell?
Because it there's an echo and there's also a delay. I will start the show over.
We don't start the show over.
Oh, we're just gonna wait till you get your microphone set up for everybody.
She had it right there. Beth, were you just being defiant or what?
Yes, defiant Beth.
No, that doesn't start with
lazy.
So what starts with we won't restart the show, Carl, I promise. But we'll just wait for Beth to get her microphone on.
Why you gotta make me look like a slacker?
This is gonna be on the internet forever now. You sure you don't want us to start the show over?
No, I don't want to start the show. Okay.
All right.
Hello?
That's not on.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
It is.
Say something again.
Boring Beth.
Boring Beth has a boring
It's on.
microphone. Think it's on? I don't think so.
Yes,
it
Bottom.
is.
This thing is
it's
on.
It's on. See, you sound much better now, right, ladies and gentlemen?
You could.
Yeah, he couldn't even tell it was on.
No.
But you
seriously.
sound much better now, Beth.
You do sound much better.
Thanks, man.
Way too close.
Hide behind my microphone.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's on with the show. Anything else you need? You want to go grab lunch at the pizzeria or somewhere before we start? I mean, we'll keep
A
recording.
hot or cold beverage.
Yeah, anything
The
you
whole
need.
fucking day.
So you're really not boring Beth today.
No, I'm defiant Beth today.
Defiant Beth today. So, all right. Hello, ladies, and welcome. So our banter went off there pretty good. We had to forfeit our banter so Beth can put her microphone in. Not fair to us, Bambi, just not.
Now we have to just go dive right into the show. Ready,
That's
set,
right.
go.
There you go. Hey, I want to wish everybody a happy 4th of July. Show is coming out on the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July, everybody.
Feels good to be free.
Yes, absolutely. And it is also Adventure Month. Live your best life here on the Friends in Recovery podcast. So everything that we're going to talk about is going to have some kind of adventure hooked into it, one way or the other, a guest or whatever it is. So did I mention we need a scantily cladded intern? Did I mention that? I didn't think so. So if you
It's
want
not getting us any extra emails, Ed.
It's just not. I'm trying everything, Bambi. I figure maybe somebody wants to be somewhat naked while they're helping us. I don't know. It's just I don't know.
I feel like we need to find a new tack.
Okay, well, you come. Should we just wait until you think of one? Because we waited for your fucking microphone. We can wait for that too.
I love it.
You asked for it. So
I did.
no, seriously, guys, we do need an intern. With or without a bikini would be perfect. You can get a hold of Bambi and send her an email. You'll hear that in a minute. Today's topic is we're kicking off Adventure Month, guys. And Adventure Month, we're real quick. I'll just let everybody know. Adventure Month is whatever. It doesn't have to be jumping off out of an airplane. It could be, like Beth said, sewing. It could be reading a book. whatever your adventure level is, once you got into recovery, that's what we want to hear, and that's what we're going to talk about. So that we're going to go over that, and we have so many things to go over this show. We just probably can't even just jam it into one show. So
that's why there's 4 weeks in a month that we spread it out over.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to kick off Adventure Month here. So stay tuned for some amazing adventures in recovery, ladies and gentlemen. We can even push our adventures page on Friends in Recovery too.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. Podcast hotline, if you want to give us a call, 800-989-6504. Send us an email with your pictures in that bikini at help@friendsinrecoverypodcast.com. Or go to our website, friendsinrecoverycommunity.org, and all that information will be there. But if you want to email one of us directly, here are the our emails right below us there. Carl put them up for us. Thank you, Carl. And that is it for that part of the show, right? Yeah. Oh, no. Look for us on all of our social media, Friends in Recovery communities. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and give us what is it called?
Turn the notification bell on.
Notification bell. Notification. My copy still says
subscribe, notifications,
and 5-star review. So if I had an intern that could help me, they would
update your notes.
Yes, they would. They would update my notes. So, anyways, here's my least favorite part of the show, Beth. It is Purple Hearts part of the show. I know.
Maybe because it's the 4th of July, people will give you blue hearts,
blue hearts. Yes, 4th of July. Give me blue hearts, guys. I want to see the blue hearts. You know, it's pretty pathetic when I have to go on there and give myself blue hearts. It's really pathetic. I'm like, all right, nobody's in it. But I like your tactic, Beth. Fuck, I'm not giving myself anything. If the motherfuckers don't want to give me black hearts, screw it. I don't care.
No hate. No hate.
That's right. There you go.
Me and my black empty heart.
That's right. So do us a favor. See if you can get us to give us some hearts. Blue and black hearts.
Black hearts.
Purple hearts are off the table, right? Purple hearts are off the table.
No, I can't cover her.
We'll see come Purple Heart Day, because I'm telling you, I got faithful loved ones and family that go in and support me.
There you go. So I have my intern working on, no, I don't have an intern. That's right. Well, I would like to get my intern working on calculating all the Purple Hearts since the beginning of the year. So hopefully by December 31st, we will have an intern of this year.
I hope before then. Come on, somebody.
So too. Somebody step up to it. So I'd like to also thank all the donors who made the show possible. And don't forget, Friends in Recovery Podcast is part of the FIRE Network. Go to our website, friendsrecoverycommunity.org, for more information on all that and how you can donate. It is that time for sober shout-outs, guys. Let's see.
I have a sober shout-out.
Me too.
Today is Bambi's 1 year.
On 1 year on the show.
I put up with Ed for 1 year on this show.
I don't know how you're still alive, my friend.
I don't know either.
We need to get her an intern.
Yes, we need Bambi. Yeah, she definitely needs an intern. No doubt about
I do.
Good Lord. So congratulations, Bambi, on your 1 year. Today is 1 year, right?
Yes.
For you?
1 year I've been doing this podcast.
Wow.
1 year.
That's amazing.
Congratulations,
guys.
Bambi.
Amazing.
Thanks.
It's just
been a journey.
Yeah. Ain't over yet. That's an adventure. We're going to talk about that. That's an adventure too. So
yeah, on our meeting today, we were talking about stepping outside of our comfort zone. And I said, well, today is my 1 year on the podcast. And you talk about stepping out of your comfort zone. Absolutely. The only crime podcast I'd ever listened to was a crime junkie podcast. Yeah.
Here you are. And now you rule the show with Purple Hearts.
Yeah,
it's true.
Oh, God. Bambi, do you have any sober shout outs?
I do on June 30th, so just a few days from now and before the show airs. But Cindy, my sponsee, Cindy C, has 1 year of sobriety, and she has really, and she'll tell it openly, she just couldn't keep on track for so many years, but she kept coming back to Friends in Recovery, and this time, 1 year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Cindy. Congratulations, Cindy, on your 1 year, one whole year, guys. That's amazing. So my shout out, guys, it was for you, for Bambi, for the 1 year anniversary. And of course, Cindy too. Cindy, congratulations on your 1 year. And Soberpod, guys. I know I always mention it every week, but I was listening to Soberpod this morning, and you have to go to last week's show and listen to it, guys, because it's really good. He talked about us. He talked about the book that he wrote. He even talked about coming on to one of our meetings. Carl actually came on to the meeting and shared one of his readings with us, and it was a really good meeting. That might be a good subject to do maybe once a month, or topic to do once a month, but it was amazing. So go to soberpod.com. Bambi has the information below in the show notes, how you can order that book. And Beth, did you get your book yet?
I did. I already got my book. I got my book like 2 days after I ordered it.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm.
And what do they do? How do you get it?
Amazon.
Yeah, and how does Amazon get it to you?
Through the mail?
Through the mail, but what else? What did I teach you? What did I teach you?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
They print it and send it.
Oh, right.
Oh my God, that was like the big highlight of your.
They print it special.
Adventure. Yeah,
just for you, Beth.
Oh my God, Beth, what planet are you on today?
Venus.
We don't want to know about your penis. We said planet. Is she cutting out, or is it me?
There's the name of the show.
Back off the mic a little bit.
Sorry.
You are being very hard on her and her microphone today.
It really is.
I know. But I like the quality. I hope everybody's watching this on video now. Beth is giving us the sad eyes. So.
Oh my God, you got like a shit ton of blue hearts over here.
From Jimmy.
From Jimmy, my sponsee. What's
Jimmy?
Up, Jimmy?
I'm your sober sister.
Yeah, we need some black hearts, Jimmy. Come on.
Damn it, Jimmy. Jimmy and I were in rehab together, and I cooked him food. I made him food all the time, brownies.
Did you really?
Cookies.
Damn.
Apparently, not enough.
I got in big trouble once because I was taking over a plate of cookies or brownies, and they're like, "You can't go in the men's room," and I'm like, "I'm not going in. I'm taking them cookies, and I'm going to take them." So I went on. And took them. So
that's it.
Had to be a little defiant, I guess.
Yeah,
Jimmy left a penis comment.
He did.
Yep, he literally just wrote penis.
There you go. Because you said penis.
I did not say penis.
You're going to get us kicked off Facebook. Quit talking about those body parts.
Yes, exactly. Well, Jim started it with penis on the screen. So anyway, speaking of penis on the screen.
Oh, we've seen a lot of those lately.
We have seen a lot of those. That is an adventure. Come to one of our meetings at the beginning and you'll have penis on the screen.
6 of them at one time.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
6 Zoom bombers, all with parts hanging out.
Now that's an adventure.
That was an adventure.
Was an adventure.
Let me tell you, some of those guys had an adventure to pick that thing up. Anyways, let's not go there because we probably will get kicked off. No, I'm just kidding. All right, ladies. So here it is. Well, don't forget to, we have, I don't know, we just went south on that one. We have 2+ AA meetings a day. You can find them on friendsandrecoverycommunity.org. Now, here's a favorite part of our show that we get completely wrong all the time. What time is it, ladies?
Question of the week.
Question of the week.
Thank you, Carl. There it is. All right. Question of the week, guys. Because it's Adventure Month, so we came up with some adventure questions, and I think this is a pretty good one. What is the best adventure you ever had? Who were you with? The best adventure you ever had and who you were with. Now, adventures could be anything. It could be an opera that you went to. It could be the walk in the park. Whatever an adventure is to you in recovery, that's how I see this. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be craziness, So I see Beth thinking, so I'm going to leave it to Bambi because Bambi can make shit up really quick.
I don't even have to make this up. All right. When my niece, I helped raise her because my brother was not my brother that just passed, my oldest brother who also passed, but he was a wild child, so him and his wife were both out there drinking, partying, doing things. So I helped raise my niece, Amber. So for her 10th birthday, I mean, she lived with me. I really helped raise her. So on her 10th birthday, I had planned, I went to back then you went to AAA to get like, stuff ready for vacations and everything. So I got all these pamphlets and probably a video, like a 8-track, or what do you call those things? You know what I mean? The big ones, because this was a long time ago. So all on Disney, because I was sure I was going to take her on a surprise vacation for her 10th birthday. Okay. And so I knew she was going to pick Disney. What 10-year-old child doesn't pick Disney? Yeah. I mean, I'd never been. Yeah. So I got all this stuff ready for Disney, put it into a box for her to unwrap it, to open at her party. And so I said, Amber, that's her name. And I obviously,
this show's going really well, guys.
So I said, Amber, where do you want to go you can go anywhere you want for your 10th birthday present. Where do you want? And I was going to hand her this box full of stuff, right? It even had like Mickey ears in it and everything. She said, Hawaii.
Oh, jeez.
What 10-year-old child says Hawaii?
Hawaii.
Smart child.
Right. So we went for 3 weeks. I took her for 3 weeks and it was just us. And we stayed on 3 islands and visited a 4th. And it was.
Bambi's loaded.
She is.
Well, I was back then when I got paid for my work.
I just doubled your salary, Bambi. Come on. What more do you want?
Right. But it was, it was truly amazing. We did all the touristy stuff and then just like hung out on the beach. And it was so that was my biggest adventure. Now, I've taken my daughter lots of places, but that was like a surprise. I was sure I was going to Disney. So
Disney, no, that was Hawaii with Amber.
Baby.
Hawaii with Amber, right?
Yep. My niece.
All right. Niece. Okay, Beth.
So I want to say this is 24 years ago.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. We appreciate it. And on to the show. I'm kidding. I'm really busting your fucking balls today, Beth.
It's all good. It's all good.
You want to see Beth make a year, Ed? You got to behave.
I know. Go ahead. The rest of the show is yours.
Dan and I weren't even married yet, and we got in his car and we just started driving west. On Route 80. We got as far as Des Moines, Iowa.
Wow.
Funny story about Des Moines, Iowa. We went down to the city of Des Moines, Iowa. Turns out there's no residential in the city. So we got to our hotel and we decided to go see the Blair Witch. So whenever Blair Witch was in the theaters, it was the scariest thing ever.
Yeah.
So we the closest theater is in the city. So we drive into Des Moines and it's like Tale of the Body Thieves because there's nobody in the city on Sunday afternoon.
Oh my God.
Like zero. We saw the movie, came out, it was dark. And then the only person we saw was a guy in a white van carrying a carpet out of a building and putting it into his van. And I'm like, there's a dead body in there. I know there's a dead body in there. So, but yeah, we made it as far as Des Moines, Iowa. And then we came back. We went to Akron, Ohio twice. And then we came home. But it was fun. It was totally unplanned.
Did you go to Bob's house or Bill's house? Bob's house.
Yep. Bob's house. Did? Yep.
Very cool. Very cool.
We did. So
you drove out west. You just jumped in a car and drove out west. That's a cool adventure. See, that's an adventure. Cool. That's a really cool adventure, guys. And that's the stuff I'm talking about. See, if you weren't in recovery, you probably wouldn't have done that, right? There's no way.
No, I would have put whatever money we spent on hotels, up my nose.
Exactly. And I don't, Bambi, when you were with your daughter that young, I don't think you were addicted to it.
I didn't drink.
You didn't drink or anything at that point. No. So you were a sensible human being up until whenever.
As much as I could be.
Yes, exactly. And that was very, very wonderful of you to take in your niece and give her a good life. That's an adventure just right there, I could imagine, Good God. So driving west, Hawaii, and I want to say the first road trip, the 100-mile, was a little bit less than 100 miles down the river, but I don't know. That was a good adventure. It really was. We had some really good people together. We didn't really know what we were doing. But there's a mountain in whatchamacallit, in Maine, in Acadia National Park, called Precipice. And when I was younger, my uncle used to take us to Acadia all the time. We used to go camping there. And the Precipice and the Beehive, I never would go up because it was way too high. It was the people are dying on this mountain, people are dying on that mountain. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going. So I would be this scared little kid sitting at the bottom while everybody's up there. My sisters went up there, everybody went up there. I'm like, so actually about 10 years ago, my friend John Reagan and we went up there with our families, and we conquered both mountains, the Precipice and the Beehive, together. Both of us in
That's
recovery.
awesome.
Yeah, it was
awesome.
really, really cool. So his family went, and there was some scary parts, man. I'm telling you, on some of these mountains, you kind of have to climb around the side of it on rungs, just hanging off, climb up this face of a ladder. Oh yeah, it was a little scary, but I did it, and that was probably the best, kind of endurance, adrenaline kind of adventure I ever had in my life. So yeah, John Reagan and the Precipice in Acadia National Park. So that is my
Speaking
story.
of the roar trip, Ed, there will be no climbing. I'll
Roar
get in
trip.
the boat, but I won't go up high for anything.
No. You will not be up climbing anything. So well, let's bring in our guest. Let's bring in our topic here. No guest. So we're just going to keep talking about this. Bambi mentioned our road trip. We do have an adventures page on our Facebook, Friends in Recovery Adventures. It's not taking off as good as our regular Facebook page is, but we do a lot of adventures. That was one of the things when we started Friends in Recovery. We started a couple months afterwards, Friends in Recovery Adventures. We have snow skiing. Or not snow skiing, snowshoe ski. What is it called? Snowshoe. Snowshoe things. What is that? What they call
Cross country skiing,
walking?
Yeah, we went snowshoeing. That's what snowshoeing. Yeah, there was about 15, maybe 20 of us in recovery in the middle of COVID, going up these mountains. And I'm telling you, with this adventure, and I think this is our first adventure all together. People had to really help each other in this. There was people from every walk of life there, from experienced all the way down to not getting, barely getting off the couch type people. Also, I'm not going to mention her name, but it completely turned her life around too. She used to be very active, and then she kind of fell into this slump, and she was ready to quit. And John were there. We had a talk with her. She was ready to walk out the shortcut and turn her life around. And we turned her around. So no, you're going up with this. And when we got done, she is out there kayaking and you name it. She does every adventure, and she's been in recovery, God, longer than you and I put together, Beth. But I think she got sober when she was like 17 or 18. She's a little bit older than us now. So yeah, that's what the adventures do. That's what these things together, when you work these big adventures together. And I know when we first started talking about this topic, we were texting each other, and Beth is like, oh no, I can't do that, or I'm not going to talk about this, and I have nothing to say. But we all do have something to say, because that team building is in everything. It's really about team building. So I like the endurance sports, but I'm a runner. Now, I'll go out there and run. Obviously, it's by myself, but I have to talk to people. I have to figure out what shoes to wear. I have Bob Moore, who's been on the show plenty of times. He helps me figure things out. So it's really I'm not alone doing it. I have a lot of people I talk to. And that could be for anything, Beth, whatever it is. And Bambi is going on our roar trip. That's recovery on a raft.
God help me.
August 3rd.
I'm going to try to come to that. When is
it? August 6th. It will be the after party.
Yeah, but she said she'll come on the canoe or kayak.
Yeah.
Oh, you will?
I think Dan and I are going to come, and we're going to rent, I guess, a kayak or something.
Maybe for the day.
What is it?
No,
July,
August? On our trip,
August 3rd through the 6th. She's going to go the whole time? All right.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. There's an adventure for you. Right?
August 6th. That's a Sunday.
3rd through the 6th.
3rd.
Oh.
It's ever
3 nights.
I don't know if I'll come up for 3 nights, but I'll come up to
All right, I
do
got to
something.
stop the show 1 second. Come here. I gotta show
What's
you.
going on?
My stepson just came home from the Navy, and I
Oh
didn't
my
know he was
gosh.
All
here.
right. Speaking of adventures, the Navy is an
Right?
adventure.
Say hi,
Right?
Lewis. Sit down here.
Come on,
Say
Lewis,
hi to
sit
my
down.
audience here.
Lewis is our new guest. Hey, Lewis, how
Hi,
you doing?
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Yes,
Thank
Lewis.
you.
How long have you been in the Navy,
How long are
Lewis?
you?
Bambi, move over. Let him sit down. Lewis,
No,
sit down.
right? See, that's
Sit
an
down.
adventure.
That is an adventure, man.
That's an
Absolutely.
adventure. This is like the best surprise guest ever.
Absolutely.
How'd
Absolutely.
you? I
yeah.
guess he's home until Thursday, and he goes to a new spot, right? Oh, in Pensacola.
Yeah, they're gonna be there until the 15th of July.
Oh, he's going to Pensacola and then Mississippi. See, now that
Wow.
is an adventure for a young
There it
kid.
is. Yeah.
I
Good
mean,
for
come
him.
on.
Good for him. Well, thank you for your service, and we
That was-
appreciate it.
Shocking.
That was shocking.
That was awesome.
That was
He
pretty
says
cool. I'm
thank
like,
you for the support, guys.
oh, you're welcome. You're
Wow.
welcome. So, well, this show is coming. Get him back here. Let him sit down. It's 4th of July. We need to talk to him. We
That's
want to know
right.
some of his secrets out there, Bambi.
There's actually a thing. So does he like go on the ships? Like go on the ships? And
He just joined. I mean, he went through all of basic, and
Yeah.
he's went through one of his trainings, and now he's going to go to another training. So he's home. I guess he says he's got to go back Thursday, and he came
Wow.
today. So
So
I
there's a
mean-
bunch of quilters on TikTok that I haven't made them yet, but they make screens for their beds.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
oh,
And they
wow.
have like pockets on the inside, and I have the pattern, but I haven't had time to make any. So if he's going to get deployed on a ship, let me know, and I
Yeah.
will make him some cool ass curtains for
That is
his
cool.
bed.
I
Apparently,
will.
apparently the sailors, they love them.
Well, yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, if we can provide some privacy.
Oh, yeah.
Privacy.
I'm sure they
Time,
do.
Yep,
yeah.
a little bit
Right.
of privacy.
Yeah. Now, Neil wants to know what school, what's he specializing in? Does he know yet?
He probably knows, but
But
I don't know.
doesn't. Well, anyways, we're going to keep him in our prayers, and that was a great surprise for 4th of July. Great surprise for
Right?
Adventure Month. That was wonderful. So, so back to the Roar trip, ladies. The Roar trip is going to be 3 days of camping and kayaking and anywhere between 13 to 15 miles a day paddling down the river. Now,
Wow.
yeah, it's going to be fun. It's one of the bigger adventures that we started. This is our 3rd year doing it. We did it, like I said, the first year was almost 100 miles, but then we were like, all right, well, this team right here can do this. We know we can do it. Anybody can do it, really. But to attract more people, we're like, let's cut it in half. Because first of all, you're talking almost 6 days on the river.
Mhm.
You're talking people who have to take off work. It's very intimidating, all that stuff. So we cut it in half, and we got a few more people going with us now, believe it or not. So it's still a daunting trip. There is a lot of kind of things going on. But you know what? When I started the first road trip, I never was on a kayak ever before. Same thing with my best friend, John. We just threw the kayaks in the water and boom, went down the river. So,
Wow.
we learned as we go. And that's some of the things that we, in recovery, him and I, we used together. And now we're doing all these adventures together, and it's fun. And, sometimes people don't think they have it in them. Just try something, guys. Bambi's doing this. I mean, she's been kayaking, but she's never been kayaking overnight and setting up and breaking down and all that. She's willing to try. What's the worst thing that can happen? You just don't like it and you're not going to do it again. My case was I love it. I can't wait to do it. I look forward to it every year. So that's just some of the things that recovery brought me. Real quick, I want to do a little plug here for Roar Recovery on a Raft. We are taking donations for your favorite paddler. So if you go to our Facebook page, we're going to start putting up some information on that. There's going to be a bunch of paddlers, and we're going to raise money for Friends in Recovery but we're also going to see which paddler can win the most money. Can
Raise the
generate
most
the
money?
most money. Yeah, not raise, because we're not. I mean, you have to get out there and push and get on and make some, have people donate to you. But whoever you win, I don't know, a free meal. I don't know.
Well,
I
I will encourage all of my loved ones and people to send money
There
for
you
that,
go.
but
See, now, yeah,
it'll
there you
just
go.
triple my salary. That's all I'm going to get from it.
That's right. I was thinking about tripling your salary. Hey, and being what's your position here at Friends in Recovery? What
Well,
do you
I
do?
have several.
Yes.
He
So
is the
I'm a
boss
media-
bitch.
I'm the media director for the podcast,
That's right. That's right.
and then I'm the secretary for the board of directors
Mhm.
and the executive director for the organization.
That's right.
And then she
Executive
runs the
director.
podcast and leads all the meetings.
Yeah. She does
So I
a
have
lot.
titles.
It's adventures. And she's making so much money, guys. If you need to borrow some money, send it Bambi an email.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, everything. Bambi does this out of the kindness of her heart, guys, seriously. And that's why we need to raise money to keep just this part going, just the meetings and this just going. We're working on things behind the scenes to grow it a little bit more, but this is all about fundraisers and getting things going to keep this stuff going. So guys, Roar, August 3rd through the 6th. You can vote for your favorite kayaker by raising money. Each one, you can send in a message with your $100 donation, your $10 donation, your $3 donation, with everybody's names on there. And I'm Bambi and I will talk about this. We'll get all the kayakers' names out there, and you just put a note in there: Ed C, Bambi B, Beth B, or what? No, Boring Beth, so BB. Boring B. So that's my adventures, and that's what I do, and that's what I enjoy. I'm that high strung, my ultimate adventure, guys, is a 100-mile race, 100-mile running race. And I might do it at the end of this year, depending on my knee. If not, the guy who helps me out, Bob, who helps me out, he said, try it. And Chris, they said, maybe you should do it next year when the knee heals, because it's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And, it'll be right before my 60th birthday. Well, not my 60th birthday, 59th birthday. I'll be here before I turn 59. And why not? Why not get that notch under my belt, And that's what all this is about: recovery, guys. End the story. Yeah. If I didn't get into fucking recovery, I would not be sitting here talking on a podcast. I wouldn't be doing what I do to help people. I wouldn't talk about kayaking trips. Are you out of your fucking mind? You want me to go down the river while I'm fucking all fucked up? Where's the beer going to fit? That's the only thing I would be thinking of, And today, just because of recovery, that's why I'm here. And Bambi, talk a little bit about your year here on the show. I mean, how intimidating or what kind of adventure did you go through? Because when I asked you to come on the show, what was your thoughts on all that? Because that had to be an adventure.
Oh, I was scared to death, and the thing is, I learned, and, as we probably all did, don't say no if you can say yes, to recovery. Anything you're asked in recovery, don't harm yourself by saying yes. But if you can say yes, say yes. And I wasn't doing anything at the time. I wasn't working. And I thought, well, if Ed needs me, then I'm going to do it, But worse than that, I think at my 90 days, because that's what's required to be a host, the first time I hosted a meeting, oh my God, I was scared to death. But I've grown so much. Like now it's like, I schedule guests through their media directors and things like that. And it's like, I would have never had that experience if I wasn't sober, ever. Yeah. To really grow and learn, like, hey, there's a whole world of podcasts out there, like us. And, so it's been a great learning experience, and absolutely to get out of my fear of like, I'll never again worry about public speaking, because like when I used to have to give educational in-services to my nurses and things like that, I'd get nervous ahead of time because I didn't want to speak. And that was on topics I knew about. And when Ed said, oh, you can give a beginner's point of view. And I'm like, oh my God, you're right. Because I don't know what the hell to say because I'm so new, but it's been great. It really has been.
It has. It's just been a wonderful ride. And then we brought Beth on, 3 months later, give or
Yep.
take, somewhere around
Like
there.
3 months later,
3
yeah.
months later. And this has been a really solid I mean, all the guests and hosts, all the hosts along the line has been solid. But this is, I think this is the longest a group has been together like this, and yeah, it is pretty intimidating. But again, because of recovery, that's what we're talking about here. Number one. Number two, you were talking about getting out of your comfort zone. Just try something, right? Try a podcast, try whatever it is. If it's, just try something, because you're going to regret that you never tried it, right? You're going to regret that, because whatever that is, at least you can say, been there, done that, check it off the list. I like it, check it off the list. I don't like it, and move on,
Yes.
Because here's the thing. If you do like things, and Bambi, perfect example, opened up so many doors for her. I mean, she's running all these meetings. She found purpose to her life, because there's a lot of things going on in her life that was you were going to get a job at a gas station before you took
I was, because I don't have a nursing license here, and I was going crazy. And this has given me, meaningful things to do that make me stay sober every day, because I get to interact with sober people on a daily basis. And I always feel like I'm, of service and of help, that I answer the phone for people. I give my number out at every meeting. So I probably talk to 3 or 4 people that are interested in Friends in Recovery every single day.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
What a blessing, that I'm not, I probably would have talked sobriety at the gas station, but they might have fired me for it, since they sell alcohol there. So they're like, would you stop turning our customers away from the alcohol cabinets?
Well, there's nothing wrong with working at a gas station. If you need it, you have to do it. But this is just kind of just put you in a different direction in life, and all that. And that's the chances we have to take. That's the adventure part of life. When I quit my job, that was at 17 years. I was scared shitless. You know what? Last week I just had my review. It was great. I mean, it was just amazing. And this is over a half a year later, and life is good now. It's just, we have to jump off into that life, and not stick on, not stay in our mediocre, being the same person doing the same thing over and over again.
And I think that's the thing. Like, I think for those of us in recovery, it's really, really hard because it's like, well, if I'm not going to be good at it, I'm not going to do it. Like, that's ridiculous, first of all. And it keeps us from just having fun.
Yeah.
Listen, I started quilting for real when my son was born, and he's 17, and I'm still really bad at it. I'm awful at picking colors. I'm horrible at the actual quilting. And I really enjoy it. And it's like, I give these quilts to people, and I don't like it. I just like mixing it, and it's fun for me.
Yeah. Make people happy.
And I've jumped out of an airplane.
Oh, Jesus. You did?
Yep.
No
Purposely?
freaking way.
Me and Dan jumped out of an airplane when we were dating with a whole bunch of our friends.
God.
No.
So, I mean, I guess when I think about it, I've climbed to the top of a mountain. It was in New York State. It probably wasn't really a mountain, but it felt like a mountain.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what? I think I feel lucky and fortunate that I never feel like, I'm usually just like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Like, I don't think about the fact that I could die.
Yeah.
Or at least I didn't. Maybe I do now. I think I'm more cautious now than I used to be. It's like, oh, wow, Beth, you're 31 years sober, and you're finally thinking about the consequences of your potential actions.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I'll jump in a freaking kayak and go down the river.
There you go.
What's the worst that can happen?
You can. So first of all, where we go kayaking, there's cell service all over the place. Number one. Number two, there's every state park as you're going down. So if you don't like it, you pull over to the state park. Hey, come pick me up. See you later, and that's it. But I guarantee anybody who goes to this trip, and if you do want to go with us, let us know. Send us an email, and we'll give you the details. But it's just amazing. 4 days, 3 nights of recovery. That's all it is. Just, so your best adventure, Beth, was jumping. I mean, your craziest adventure was jumping out of an airplane.
Maybe. Unless I remember something else. I guess I don't really have a very good memory either. So
No, I mean, that's pretty crazy, man. I don't
That is
know if
crazy.
I would do that, be honest.
I would
It was
not do
awesome.
that.
Yeah, I would not. There's no way I could do that.
No way.
What are some of the adventures you guys want to have in the future? Like what's like mine was 100-mile race. It doesn't have to be that crazy, but is there something you're aiming for? Because let's be honest, guys. I think Beth, you're in our age group, right? How you around our age group? Okay.
I will be 50 this year.
And so you're a little bit younger than us, but we're not in the prime of our life. We're in the back nine, right?
Yeah.
And we're
on the second half.
Yeah, we're on the second half of our life. So most people live until what? About 78. I think that's the 75, 78.
I think it's higher than that. Okay. If you pass a certain
Yes,
50,
65.
then
Yeah.
it goes up significantly.
Up.
So, because they count in, every person's average age. But if you get to a certain age, then you're more I think it's like in the 80s, actually.
Yeah. So if I live till I'm 78, right? Think about this. If I live till I'm 78, that would give me 21 more summers left. That's all I have. 21 more winters left. 21, and that's hopefully I'll make it to them. Maybe I'll go further, but as we know, we don't slow down. So I want everybody to take a look at. I don't care if you're 21, 31, 41, 50. Take a look at it, because if you're 21, you have all these years ahead of you to do things where we don't. And it's not because we can't. It's just the fact of life that boom. We die, but. I don't want to go to my grave or lay on my deathbed saying I didn't do it, or I didn't try it, or somebody didn't push me. I didn't push myself hard enough to go do that. I want to at least, now that's within reason, you know what I mean? With the things that I enjoy. I'll be honest with you, I have no desire to jump out of an airplane. I think it's pretty cool, and I love to, like, all the people that do it, but it's just not one of my things on my bucket list, or like I like to call it the fuck it list, right? Just do it, fuck it, and do it, right? Why not, man? We don't have that much time left over. And, go out there and talk to, even eventually go see your mom, your dad, if they're still alive, but go, and if you're younger, just go talk to your relatives. And, Bambi knows she just lost a brother, right? I mean, what would you give to have more time with him, right?
Absolutely.
So don't take this shit for granted. Don't take your fucking adventures in your life for granted, whatever that may look like. If that's quilting, if that's jumping out of an airplane, if it's kayaking, if it's taking your daughter to Hawaii, go fucking do it. Go do it, guys, and do it sober, because that's what this program gave us. This program gave us that time that we have left to do the right things, to challenge ourselves, to push us forward in our lives. That's what the program gave us. And
we work this program so that we can live our best lives. Which, that's what we do. We get sober and we work it to enjoy life.
That's right. That's right. And I think we're going to end on that. Enjoy life, because there's nothing else we can do. Enjoy this very moment that you guys have right now. Enjoy this podcast when you're listening to it. Don't fret about the future. Don't live in the past, because you can't change anything by going into the past or, thinking about the future. And if you only have a limited time on this earth, like we all do, don't get into that craziness in your head. Don't do it, because it's not worth it, because the outcome is going to be the outcome no matter what you think. No pill, nothing is going to change it. It's nothing, and if you're struggling with alcohol and drug addiction, contact us, because maybe those thoughts are crazy. Give us a call. If you want to better your life, if you want to have an adventure in your life besides sticking a needle in your arm or sitting at the fucking bar and wasting your life away, there's a lot more out there. Kick that fucking bar door in and go have an adventure. Get sober. Getting sober is an adventure, guys, and do it. So give us a call if you're struggling with anything. And our non-emergency hotline is 800-737-0963. Is that it? 0963. And it'll be below in the notes, or send us an email. And it's really important that we really take care of ourselves nowadays, and whatever, however old you are. Ladies, that was our adventure kickoff month. I think we did a pretty good job trying to scramble around and figure out what we were going to do for our first show. But You know,
Good stuff.
Bambi,
Good stuff.
Let's congratulate Bambi again on her year with us.
Woohoo!
Happy 4th of July to everybody. And that was a great scene. Your son walk in from the,
Right?
that was perfect. That was beautiful. So,
Serendipitous.
yeah. And Beth, I love you. And, you and I are just the black sheep of the family. And I wouldn't want to do this show with anybody else besides you two beautiful ladies. So
You're awesome, Ed. We love you.
Yeah, we love him.
all right, guys, you know how I close. Stay sober, everybody.
This concludes this episode of Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast. Follow us on Facebook for past shows and updates, and enjoy free access to twice daily support meetings. Friends in Recovery, the Addiction Recovery Podcast, is available on Facebook, Podbean, iTunes, and YouTube 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.